Detention Center here in Broadview, Illinois. Federal agents are opening the gate now.
Yeah, they are.
Good morning, Owasso. This is the Twins with Owasso Live, and this is the Morning Loop. Is there anything more annoying than a woman screaming for no reason, or screaming because they did something that they put themselves in harm's way? Like, my goodness, like that. I can't stand it. Don't scream like that. It's ridiculous. Like I said, if it was like terror, horror, like somebody's actually getting harmed because they're being harmed because they're not. It's a situation that's outside of their control, sure. That, no sympathy for that lady. Like, it's just annoying because she did that to herself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like if you had to generally go and save somebody, that's when you'd be like, okay, I'm here to help. You know, it's like that. You're just like,
exactly.
Lady,
she's there rioting.
Welcome to accountability. Yeah. I know this is what it feels like.
Yeah. She's there rioting. She's protesting, and then the police come out to try to disperse the crowd, and then she's like, ah!
Yeah. Yeah.
Actions meet consequences.
Yeah, actions meet consequences. So anyway, today we were talking about the Chicago ICE riots. You know, and a lot of this, again, this is how crazy the news cycle is, how crazy the news feed. I mean, like, we had, 5 topics this weekend we could have talked about all in one day, but there's just not enough time in the day for us to sit here and talk about this stuff all day unless we were making enough money to just, which would be awesome if we could just sit here and make money just talking about this stuff all day.
Making videos, yes.
But yeah.
Great.
We're talking about the Chicago ICE riots, and it's been swept under the rug because just crazy stuff keeps happening all around the world.
The church shooting kind of overrode that, which there is like a follow-up. It seems to be that he was motivated by the fact that he does not like, he finds the Church of Latter-day Saints to be heretics.
Yeah.
And he talked about how they were demonic, so it was not a political motivated attack. It was a
religious zealot motivated attack. So that's like the first Christian attack that you could say has actually happened in the United States, you know. Yeah. Granted, again, that's not very Christian, you know. It's like we have better ways of going out and doing.
Yeah, we're supposed to bring the people back into the faith, not, you know.
Yeah, we don't
destroy.
He's not spreading the word the way it's supposed to be spread. He's trying to spread it by the sword. We're not Islamists. We spread the word by the word.
Yeah. It's not convert or die. We are here to convert.
Convert.
You're not beyond redemption.
Convert and pray. Yeah, you're never beyond redemption. You know, even the guy that, you know, the other criminal on the that was being crucified at Calgary, you know, like turned to Jesus and said, "You truly are the Son of Man." Like, lived a perfectly terrible life right up there at the end. Jesus was like, "By the way, you'll be with me in paradise."
Mm-hmm. Remember
me.
Yeah.
Again, not very Christian of that guy. So just a sad day. But anyway, so let's get back to these the ICE shootings, or the ICE riots, excuse me.
So the big news behind this, which I'll pull up this article right here to start with. Don't freeze on me. There we go. From the Chicago Sun-Times, judge detains man caught with gun outside ICE facility. Who brings a loaded firearm to an ICE protest? Again, of course, left-wingers are going to bring guns to ICE protest. This is only a few days, not even a week. This is a few days after the Dallas sniper incident at the Dallas ICE facility.
Yeah.
So here we are. Guy brings a loaded gun to an ICE protest, and two, me and you we talked about this. We have our conceal and carry. I was just talking to somebody about this. I think I was talking to one of our coworkers about this. Was when we went to Illinois for our best friend's wedding, we checked the gun laws. The first thing I did was I checked the gun laws, and like, you're allowed to have your if you have a concealed and carry, you're allowed to have your firearm with you in your car. It cannot leave your car in the state of Illinois, which I just thought that is the stupidest freaking thing in the world, because as if somebody couldn't break into my car and steal my gun.
Yeah.
And that was the rule. Like, if you have a concealed and carry, it must stay in your car.
Yeah.
So he's breaking, even if he has a concealed and carry, he's breaking the law, especially in Chicago. Chicago's stricter than the rest of the state.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous that he even, did he cross state lines with it?
Yeah.
As the left
Yeah.
always loves to point out.
So again, here we are, and the left has toned up the rhetoric so much. Why won't these people bring it? I mean, they celebrated when Luigi Mangione shot somebody.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people on the left are celebrating that Charlie Kirk got killed. Why wouldn't they think that they could get away with bringing a firearm there? Why wouldn't they think that they wouldn't be celebrated as a hero?
Yeah.
If they do what they do. I mean, again, do you think that if that guy had gotten away with do you think if the guy who was the ICE shooter in Dallas had gotten in there, had been effective and killed 2 ICE agents instead of shooting 2 illegals, do you think they would be celebrating right now, or do you think they'd be like, they'd be doing what happened now? Like, where it's like, he shot 2 of the people he was trying to save.
They would 100% be celebrating.
It would be
right
like,
now.
this is great. 2 ICE, like, now ICE is going to live in fear. You know, it's like, not like they already are, because they are being targeted.
Yeah.
I mean, again, this is crazy. All those people should be arrested for being out there outside the facility.
Yep. So we'll start with this real quick. A federal magistrate judge ordered the detention Monday of a man found to be lawfully carrying a loaded firearm.
In Chicago?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I just said. Lawfully. That's strange. Carrying a loaded firearm while allegedly resisting officers during a protest last week outside the U.S. Immigrations and Custom Enforcement facility in Broadview. Now, here's the thing. I think that, like, if you have a concealed and carry and you're from Illinois, you're allowed to carry it on you. But it said out of state, folks, you have to leave your gun in the car.
But, I mean, that's a heck of the background check for Chicago is insane, though, isn't it?
I mean, it's not impossible, but
Not
yes,
impossible,
it's
but
extremely
it's
hard. Yeah, it's a long and arduous process. The ruling came roughly 2 hours before the news broke that the Department of Homeland Security is seeking the deployment of 100 military troops to Illinois, citing the need for protests to protect ICE agents and facilities. The U.S. Magistrate Judge Gabrielle Fuentes said that he struggled. Gabrielle, and maybe it's Gabrielle Fuentes. I'm sorry, I said Gabrielle. Yeah, well, liberal fruit cup anyway, probably.
Gabriel?
Gabriel, yeah. Gabriel, like the fallen angel. We'll see here. Struggle with the personal judgment of Ray Collins, 31, of Chicago, bringing a loaded firearm to a public protest. A public protest in this particular time and space. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Who brings a loaded firearm to an ICE protest? Fuentes asked in court. Collins is among 5 people now facing federal crimes after Sunday's clash between protesters and federal agents, one of the most volatile since the DHS launched its Operation Midway Blitz deportation campaign. The Fed have used the arrest of Collins and his partner to argue that ICE agents have been endangered by ongoing protests. You're not in danger if you're not being violent.
Yeah.
This is the issue that I completely have. They're always like, the federal agents there and the ICE agents aren't going around arresting citizens unless they are deliberately interfering with their work.
Again, and this is why this is why you can't really call what the left does peaceful protesting. They put themselves in positions to where, in order to do the job they need to do, they have to be pushed, prodded, or moved out of the way. Mm-hmm. And then the minute they're pushed, prodded, or moved out of the way, they start, again, you hear that woman, he's hurting me.
They're soccer players. They're soccer players. The moment that that they're faking
LeBron
an injury.
Jamesing,
exactly.
Yeah, they're feigning injuries.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, look how fascist these police officers are. It's like, we're just trying to arrest people who are breaking the law, man.
Yeah, we're talking. It's like you said. That's a good point. It's like we're talking like these are injuries like LeBron James, like, oh, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Where he barely gets touched. Not the Caitlin Clark injuries where she's getting elbowed and shivved on the court.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
yeah, that's true. It's true.
Okay. And that's funny. So we could argue that Caitlin Clark is tougher than LeBron James.
Again, but here's the other thing too. Like, my gun argument side of me is like, this guy has a right to have that gun there, especially if he shouldn't have had to go through the background checks to have a gun in Chicago, but here's the difference. We know the left is willing to use their weapons to be violent.
Mm-hmm.
I said they're willing to, again, they'll celebrate Luigi Mangione. They'll celebrate the people who assassinated Charlie Kirk. they'll celebrate again. They'd be celebrating that guy that shot those people in that ICE facility. They didn't kill two. If he didn't kill an illegal instead of 2 ICE agents.
Well, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't care if you're bringing a weapon to a protest, you have intent.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing. It's like whenever everyone pointed out back in the day, like Tim Pool talks about this. How come at the protest back in like early 2016 era, where in Trump's first election, the Proud Boys and these other right-wing groups were bringing shields, and the left-wingers were bringing batons and bricks? It's like someone's there to defend and someone's there to attack.
Yeah.
So this is what we're getting at here is like they are bringing weapons to attack and disrupt these ICE officers.
Yeah. And again, it's just the left are totally willing to celebrate this stuff. And again, it's your right as an American to be able to own a firearm. But again, these people cannot be trusted with firearms because they don't believe in a higher authority. They don't believe in a higher power. Again, this is absolutely insane. And we know from history, again, like these people are willing to use violence to get to justify what they're doing. I mean, look at that.
So it says here, another man was accused Monday of threatening the life of Border Patrol agents on a Saturday protest. The allegations follow last week's shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas, which one left a detainee dead and 2 others wounded. Neither Collins nor his partner, 30-year-old Jocelyn Robeldo of Chicago, faced criminal charges directly related to the 9mm semi-automatic pistol that they were allegedly carrying Saturday. Authorities confirm in a criminal complaint the couple had lawful permits. So here's the other issue that I also have with that is there's also a group of people, it's the people who go around trying to get cases brought against them.
2A auditors.
Yes. No, not that. Well, that too. That there are those people too. But no, it's like I think these people went there, even if they didn't go there to intend to be violent. I think that they want to sue the government and win a lawsuit over a civil rights case. That's what I think they really want to do.
That's a quick get-rich scheme.
Yes, no, it absolutely is. That's what you talk about. I mean, this is what we talk about with insurance-wise. Like, there's people out there that are just out there that want to sue you and get money, so they don't have to work.
Yeah, their job is permanently finding a way to injure themselves or to get in a position where they can sue someplace. Yeah.
Businesses, homeowners, whatever. So that way they can just get some insurance claim and call it a day. Ambulance chasers.
Yeah. Ambulance chaser people. A generation of useless people. Yes.
They are instead charged with forcible assaulting and resisting a federal officer. Still, the assistant U.S. attorney, Brian Harvey, argued that Collins possesses a danger to the community because he brought a loaded pistol to a volatile situation. The defense attorney, Richard Kling, argued that Collins lives in Inglewood and routinely carries a gun for protection. So you're saying that so now in this one they're admitting that Chicago is not a safe place.
Yeah. Basically.
They literally just admitted right there that Chicago is not a safe place to live. So Democrat, and it's been Democrat run for over 100 years. There's not been a Republican in charge of the state or in any political positions of power in the city of Chicago
for 100 years.
For 100 years. So can't be blaming Republicans for how Chicago is. The firearm, blah, 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 blah. Kling said Collins and had the firearm owner's identification card and concealed carry license. Like you, carry our keys, he carries a gun, Kling told the judge. Yeah, something tells me that guy would not argue that in any other case.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the left argued that you could carry guns like you could carry car keys, I would be shocked.
Yeah, wow. I'd be like, wow, they've changed. They're coming around on this whole gun control thing.
Finally coming around, are you fellas? Fuentes, whatever his name is. I keep thinking Nick Fuentes when I see this name. You know what I mean? But I know it's not. It's a judge. Eventually sided with prosecutors when it came to Collins' detention. The judge found Robeldo ineligible for detention hearing and ordering her release, though. While records suggest the couple is married, Kling refers to Robeldo as Collins' fiancé in court.
What?
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, you're telling me. The criminal complaint alleges that Collins and Roberto refused to retreat Saturday when agents sought to widen the perimeter around the ICE facility in Broadview. When agents began to push people away, Robeldo allegedly pushed back. Okay, so you assaulted an officer performing their duties. Apparently, the prompt was a struggle, and the agents tussled with Robeldo. They have allegedly found a pistol she was carrying in the waistband and a band around her waist. Then Collins allegedly yelled at the agents to get away from his wife and charged towards them, leading to another struggle and discovering his gun, according to the complaint. So
You went to a protest to stop ICE from doing their job, and then whenever ICE came out to do their job and had to physically move you out of the way, you're like, "Oh, I'll save you." It's like again, it's like, why wouldn't they feel threatened, especially if you're carrying a weapon? You know, again, ICE is on edge right now because, like I said, it's the left has declared open season on everybody apparently, but ICE in particular now.
Criminal charges have been filed against Paul Ivory, 26, of Oak Park, Huber Mauser, 21, of Medina, and Diana Briggs, 70. Good Lord, these old people need to just stop. These people from the hippie generation that protested everything in the 60s need to just stay home and stop. You really need to stop. It's ridiculous because that's what they want to see is on camera, see these old people get knocked down by a police officer while they're performing their duties.
Yeah.
Mauser is charged with forcibly resisting a federal officer and misdemeanor. The others are charged with felony assault of a federal officer. Prosecutors did not seek detention for Mauser or Briggs. Ivory is being held in custody pending a later detention hearing. The complaint against Ivory alleges that he shouted something akin to "I'll effing kill you right now" at the Border Patrol officers while standing about 6 inches away from them and told the officers to do something before running away and jumping on a vehicle.
Before running, do something, then run away.
Yeah, exactly.
Jump on a vehicle. Oh my god.
So that's what they do. These are little. They act like little teenage kids. Like do something, do something. The moment that you raise your hand up a little bit, they flinch and then run away.
Yeah.
So that's what these people are. They're trying to get people to take pictures and videos of them, saying, "Look, they abused
Again,
me."
yeah, it's the pictures they want. Like, I mean, like, you remember that? If you can you show that picture from the episode about left wing violence? You remember the episode we did about left wing violence?
Yeah.
The picture. Do you remember that still? Do you still have that?
Oh yeah, I can just pull up our
Yeah.
pull it up on our YouTube page.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah,
Hang on.
do that real quick. Because for the left, it's about marketability. It's about those cool images that they can use to
That right
inspire
there.
people. Yeah, it's that. Yeah. So I mean, if you guys can see that, look at the picture that Chad's got the mouse over.
Yeah,
Yes.
and now the mouse is
Yeah,
invisible.
I know
them.
them. Oh, it's invisible to them.
But
Okay.
I'll show. It'll start
So,
moving.
yeah,
the
see
one
the one
that's
that's
starting to
playing?
move, and then we go back.
That
yeah.
picture right there is what the left wants. That is a cool. I mean, that's a cool picture, regardless of how you look at it. That's a cool picture. It's like "Viva la Revolution," you know. It's
Yeah.
like that right there will inspire lots of people. Like, wow, I wish that was me. That silhouetted picture. It's so cool. It's like that's what they want. It's all about marketing to them. For us, it's about principle. And that's why you're sitting there. I'm having this conversation going, I don't know how I feel about this guy
There we go. That's better.
having his gun taken from him and being accusatory against him, being like, hey, you're at a protest. Why did you bring a gun to a protest? All Americans should be able to bring guns to a protest. An armed society is a polite society. But with the temperature here in the country right now, probably not the best idea. You know, it's like those 2A auditors who go to like children's playgrounds carrying AR-15s. Nothing happens, but people are like really uncomfortable that there's like a guy walking through the park carrying an AR-15.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I don't feel comfortable playing with my kids here anymore.
Yep.
Because I don't know what this man's intentions are.
Yep. The Superior Border Patrol agent ran after Ivory during the struggle. Ivory allegedly grabbed the back of the agent's helmet and pulled the agent's head down. Yeah, that's assault. That's battery. What am I saying? That's
assault
battery.
and battery. Yep.
Mm-hmm. According to, because assault is like if they yell at you, if they threaten you, or they yell at you is assault. Battery is where they actually lay hands on you and hit you.
Yeah, absolutely.
According to the complaint, Ivory admitted to his threat during a later interview. He also said, of course, because it's going to be on camera. All these things are being filmed right now. He explained the disappointment of the H agents are disrespected toward the Broadview Police Department and the veterans. The document said Bridge allegedly refused to move out of the street when instructed by agents, but an agent made contact with him, knocking him backwards. As the agent moved forward to arrest Briggs, he allegedly tried to hand off his phone to another protester when the agent reached forward to prevent him
Film
from doing
it
so.
real quick.
Yeah. Briggs allegedly swung his right arm towards the agent's left arm, striking the agent. The complaint against Mauser alleges that Mauser referred to a step back as an ordered when the agent tried to move the protester away from the facility. It says an agent pushed Mauser before Mauser grabbed the agent's arm, causing Mauser to be shoved again. Both then ended up on the ground, where Mauser continued to resist, arresting until he was being placed in handcuffs, according to the complaint. Correction, an earlier version of this misidentified subject complaint, mistakenly discrepancies, and complaint in the video, blah, 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 blah. So means they got a bunch of stuff wrong. And here's the criminal complaints right here, but we're not going to really go into all that right now.
Yeah, no.
Because they got all of them, but that's pretty much like it right there. So, yeah.
Good deal. But yeah, you can close out of that.
Yeah, I
But,
will.
Yeah, so we'll just kind of go over memes and stuff now. Again, this ICE has credible threats performed against them. Dallas is a perfect example of this. Why wouldn't they think that everybody there who brings a weapon is there to cause trouble and to hurt them?
Mm-hmm. Now,
Again,
here is a video of the Attorney General urges peaceful protest, and he's actually telling them, if you assault the officers, you're going to go to jail, which I'm actually impressed by here.
yeah.
Check this out.
Protesters must also comply with applicable laws. For example, the First Amendment does not allow for protesters to assault, intimidate, interfere with an officer of the United States government or local government while they are engaged in their performance, or to obstruct or impede federal civil immigration vehicles or enforcement operation. What the president is hoping to do is foment chaos by inciting out-of-control protests. So I urge Illinoisans, don't take the bait. There is no emergency in Chicago. Don't help him create one. Exercise your First
it's
Amendment
still somebody
rights,
else's
but do
fault.
so peacefully, without violence or destruction of property. If you see what you believe to be civil rights being violated, use your phone or camera to document it, to bear witness. Protesters must...
There you go. So, and again, and I say this, with the rhetoric of the mainstream media, why wouldn't these people on the left who are going to all these protests think that there are Nazis behind every door, behind every corner? Why wouldn't they think that we're committing human rights violations? Whenever you say, there's no such thing as an illegal person. Donald Trump's a Nazi and a fascist. All Republicans are Nazis and fascists. You know, it's like, well, if you think Nazis and fascists are around every corner, why wouldn't you want to bring a gun to protect yourself? Again, the mainstream media is responsible for this. Period. If you don't think that's the case, you're living under a rock. If you're one of the people that thinks there's Nazis everywhere, that Donald Trump's a Nazi and a fascist, that if Charlie Kirk was a Nazi and a fascist, I gotta tell you, folks, again, if Charlie Kirk was a Nazi and a fascist, then we're really in trouble whenever other people who are, because I mean, Charlie Kirk is a moderate.
Yeah. Charlie Kirk was a moderate conservative. He is like the poster child for the mainstream Republican conservative movement. Like, and we're talking moderate. Like, remember, Nick Fuentes considered him to be like his enemy until after he passed away. He's like, we kind of agreed on a lot more than we, disagreed on, which, like I said, what they disagree on is the racial
Identitarianism.
Yeah, identitarianism. That's where they disagreed on hardcore. Because Charlie Kirk's like, America is an idea, not a race. Whereas Nick Fuentes is like, no, America's a race, which is extremely hilarious considering his name is Fuentes.
Yeah.
His last name is Fuentes. He is not white. He's not completely white in his
ancestry. Genealogy.
So hilarious that's the case. But I've just got a bunch of these. I just showed that one, but here's another one. Like, this is how long this has been going on. Like, this has been going on since June. This Midway stuff and these protests have been going on since June. And the left is pretending like, they're all peaceful. They're all peaceful.
These are peaceful protests. These are nice. It's like, it's this right there. That second of the police actually getting a hold of somebody who was doing something really bad, an instigator. They're like, now it's not okay. Like whenever we, the mob, do something bad, it's just a slap on the. It's not a big deal. Whenever the police take action, it's like that's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Do we even want to show this of this lady's show here?
Okay, so I'm here in suburban Broadview. We just got sprayed with, I don't know if it was tear gas or pepper spray. I know it stung my eyes, and it was very hard to breathe. Protesters were sprayed with those canisters, and then another canister was placed by our media trucks right on the grass there. So there was a huge disbursement of people, but it's calmed down.
Like they said placed, like they said it there. No, they tossed it. They don't.
Yeah.
You don't go, oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's like a firework. All right, everyone, back 10 feet away.
Mm-hmm. So stupid.
Now, I noticed that one protester appeared to have a bloody lip. They were trying to block these ICE vehicles from entering this facility, the goal of these protests, and they've been...
That pisses me off right there, because she's like, well, I noticed one of the protesters had a bloody lip. What was the protester doing to get the bloody lip?
Yeah, exactly. Again, she'll just be like, oh, I'm sure it was just, if she came here before she had the bloody lip, it was just because, she had a violent spouse or partner. It's like, no, it's like, of course the police officers gave this poor protester a bloody lip. It's like, again, F around, find out. Again, they assemble. It's like they lock arms. You will not get past us. And it's like the police are like, we got to get to that car. Move this crowd. You know what I mean? It's like they put themselves in positions to be harmed. And they're like, again, you prevent somebody from doing their job, you're going to get hurt.
Yes.
It's like, again, why don't you just protest in the middle of a freeway? Stop. Again, I'm the type of person to be like, I got places to go. Brum. They'd be like, you're a murderer. It's like, no, you shouldn't be doing it there. There are places you can protest.
Yeah.
Highway ain't one of them.
Happening every Friday morning is these community members want this facility behind me here in Broadview to be shut down. It is being used right now by the federal government as a processing center. That's what they're calling it, for people who are detained and arrested during Operation Midway Blitz. It's unclear right now how many people are inside this facility. I spoke to one alderman who estimates that a couple dozen people might be in here, but that's not information we've been able to confirm with the federal government. We don't know how many people have been arrested. The group of protesters who are here this morning and have been here for the past 3 weeks say they plan to continue to...
3 weeks. They have been there for 3 weeks protesting. Why don't these people have jobs or lives? This is why these are paid protesters. Who can afford to just protest for 3 weeks?
Yeah. Again, it's like, do you think they're going to work their shift at Starbucks then coming right back over? Man, I got better things to do with my day. I got to go work out at the gym in the morning. I got to go to work. And then I got to go home and prep dinner. I got stuff to do. I got a wife. I got a life,
Mm-hmm.
It's like these people have, again, this is what happens when society convinces people that climate's the biggest issue, there are no illegal people, and if you have kids, the world's ending in a couple years anyway, so don't have kids.
Mm-hmm. So stupid.
Again, desperate people. These people think that they're doing the world a huge favor when they're just, again, wasting our tax dollars by preventing police officers from doing their work.
Yeah, it's like, why the left wing holds these people that protest all the time in such high esteem, whereas the right's like, it's like you and me. The right is like you and me. It's like, where do you find time out of your busy day to do this stuff? How do you have this much free time to go protest?
Mm-hmm.
We've got too much stuff going on in our lives for them to do this, and the left holds these people in the high. You guys are the real heroes. And you're just like, Jesus.
Yeah, you guys are bums.
Mm-hmm. So stupid.
If they're not, then these people are all on welfare and tax or food stamps and stuff. It's like, we're paying for them anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And as we've learned from a bunch of those NGOs from the Doge programs. Like, yeah, they were literally. The Democrats are using NGOs to funnel money out to NGOs back to Democratic organizations that were doing protests like this. That's what everyone keeps talking about. It's like, notice that there's not nearly as many paid protests going on anymore.
Because
they're not being paid.
Yeah, the Doge, got rid of them all.
Well, not probably all of them, but it got rid of a lot of them.
Yeah.
Every single morning until this facility is closed and until Operation Midway Blitz is over. Today, these protesters were joined by Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton. She was here this morning, and she said she wanted to make sure that these protesters saw her standing with them as they exercise their First Amendment rights. What we've noticed so far this morning,
they exercise their First Amendment rights. Like, again, all the January 6ers exercising their First Amendment rights were terrorists, domestic terrorists. Why are these guys exercising their First Amendment rights and not domestic terrorists? I mean, is this not domestic terrorism?
Well, if they are Antifa, they are technically domestic terrorists now, which is why Trump has the ability to deploy the National Guard now.
Yep.
It's like, because these states aren't enforcing the law against a domestic terrorist organization, which is why, which we have a video for, we're going to talk about that here in a little bit too, but.
The most intense that I've seen it, I've been here several times over the last month or so. The last time I was here was about 2 weeks ago, and it was a little calmer today. There was certainly not these canisters of, I don't know if it's tear gas or pepper balls or pepper gas. I couldn't tell you. I just know that that was not deployed the last time I was here. Today it was deployed at least twice. One time toward the media. Me and several other members of the media had to leave and run and have some water, and my eyes are still stinging a little bit. But we've noticed some clashing as protesters continue to try to block these federal ICE vehicles from leaving this facility.
Again, I mean, I'm the real hero here. I'm the real victim, too. I'm sitting here trying to bring you the truth, but also, I'm basically one of the protesters, too. Like, my job is so hazardous. I feel bad for me. Good Lord.
Yep, that's the video we started with.
Can't take the heat, get back in the kitchen.
Yeah. What is this? Why is this not playing? What is this? Yeah, but this right here, again, we've already shown this
Ask
before.
any of these protesters if they do this.
Yeah. Sign them up. Okay, how many do you want to come live with you? We'll bring them to your house right now, because they only go as far as signing a piece of paper to make themselves look
it
good.
only goes as deep as their convenience.
Yeah, exactly. The moment that you bring a person to their house, that's why I love these videos where these conservative people, not even conservative, because I don't even think these guys are that conservative.
It's just a prank show.
Yeah, just like go around and like, okay, let's put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
And then the moment that happens, like, nope, we're good. But yeah, let's just watch this again.
So you would do anything for like all the illegals and stuff?
I think we have to be fair.
Guys, this is great. I think we found a new home for you guys.
What guys?
There you go.
Is that your bus?
Yeah.
I don't understand what this is all
Oh,
about.
this is all the immigration. They're gonna move into your house.
They are not.
What do you mean? You just said you wanted to support everyone, though.
Okay, that I don't.
No, they're
Guys,
not violent.
we got
They're
a new
not
house.
violent. They're good. They're
Oh no,
like
hop
fast.
it! Like just like you guys did before.
Thank you very much.
Can they stay for dinner? Wait. Well, we have your signature. So you would.
Again, this is Democrat philosophy. They try to legislate charity. You can't legislate charity. Charity has to come from yourself. Again, it's awful good to feel good about yourself when the only thing you have to do in order to make yourself feel good is check a box that says, yes, I'm for this. I'm for the environment. Check. I'm for immigration. Check. I'm for not deporting illegal criminals. Check. Makes yourself feel real good without having done anything. When the hardest thing you do for your political beliefs is check a box, it's that shows who you really are. Mm-hmm. Again, the second it actually becomes an inconvenience to you in your life, and again, this is why people in the North don't understand why people in Texas and people in Arizona and stuff, it's like, this is a problem down here. We can't do this. And then people in Martha Vineyard are going, no, you can handle it, Texas. And then again, that brilliant move by Governor Greg Abbott to send all those people up to Martha's Vineyard. They're like, we don't have the infrastructure for this. Oh, and Texas does?
Yep.
Again, That should be one of those eye-opening moments where they go, you know what, maybe we should do something about this.
Yeah.
But it's not. They go, Greg Abbott's just politically using these people as political pawns to play political games. It's like, no, he proved a really valid point with that move.
Mm-hmm.
If people in the North are going to be like, hey, we don't have the infrastructure for this, maybe we could self-reflect and be like, maybe Texas doesn't have the infrastructure for this either.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't. They don't learn that lesson from it. They just go, he's using these poor aliens as political pawns to prove a point, which you guys just went right over your head.
Yep. Which brings me to this next one. This is the Hodge twins repost this, but this is going to show you that Chicago has been in decline for a long time, and they're having open prostitution in the streets now, and the police aren't really doing anything about it. So let's check this video out.
Yeah.
Prostitution on full display in 2 Chicago wards.
And tonight, residents are calling for change. Tia is here with the video and the story behind this.
It was at 5 in the morning, Chicago. 5 in the morning. Block was a drive-through.
And the reason why we blurred that video is because the woman, she has nothing on but a pair of shoes. This activity spans across the 22nd and the 23rd wards. Residents say it's been happening for months there, specifically along Cicero Avenue between 47th Street and Archer Avenue across a 5-block stretch. This is all in close proximity to Midway Airport. Maybe you've seen...
Wait a minute, that was a cop car. It was? No, it wasn't. It was. That was a cop car. Go back. You think the cop is telling her to leave or how much? my bet is he's asking how much. Nah, he's not going. Even if he was, no, he's got too much authority and power over her. He said, hey, if you give me a freebie, I'll let you work here. He ain't paying for that. That's a police officer.
Residents claim this is a lucrative operation running openly.
I used to live in a black community in San Diego, and this was common. Like, I was going to work in the morning. As soon as I left my house, first stop sign I'm at, there's a pros sitting right there. She looks at me and she does this. You want to be next?
Prostitution on full display.
Jesus.
Yeah. Again, people from those neighborhoods, they'll tell you how it is. The Hodge twins grew up in that environment. They understand. They get it. And people will be like, well, they ain't black, so not anymore.
Next one that I have pulled up here, which, speaking of illegals and all this is from Officer Lou. If an illegal alien can land a $300,000 superintendent job in the largest school district in Iowa, then don't tell me that they aren't voting in our elections. We have to clean the voter rolls. And yes, this guy right here, superintendent detained by ICE, and he fled. Like, he did not just, I'm pretty sure, he jumped out a window, fled from ICE when they approached him.
Yeah.
So, hello, what is going on here? Liberals are allowing this stuff. The Republicans are too right now. Like I said, we're finally just now starting to, see Republican backbone because of Trump. And get rid of these people, whereas everyone was afraid to, oh, well, they've been here for this long, we might as well just let them stay. It's like, no. If they're taking government jobs, they're taking your children's inheritance away from them, basically. You want to know why your kids can't afford anything and grocery prices are going up? It's illegals like this right here. Housing market should be, if we are, again, so I always keep bringing it back to, is if we are at stable birth rates or declining birth rates, as they keep telling us that we are for the American population, house rates should be plummeting down. There should be a huge amount of houses with not near as many things. But they keep bringing in these immigrants to take up these houses and take up these jobs. People's jobs would increase. People's employment amount or their money amount that they'd make at their jobs would go up if there wasn't that much of a workforce. I need somebody here to work this job. So they'd be paying more. Same thing with homes. Homes would be way more inexpensive if there weren't as many people around.
Yeah, if there's a bunch of houses on the market and not a lot of people to buy it, prices drop. If there's not a lot of houses but a lot of people, prices go up.
Yep. Then we're going to talk about this guy right here, and you're not allowed, this is a big no-no, you're not allowed to say these things in uniform.
Yeah, well, he's not in uniform, is
He's
he?
technically not in uniform, but he is saying who he is and what he does, and he's telling people to disobey the president of the United States, the commander-in-chief.
Yeah.
Which we've never told anybody not to listen to the commander-in-chief. We've just said, hey, their policies are bad. This guy is straight up like, hey, disobey him. Disobey him. So check this out. This is crazy.
My name is Captain Dylan Blaha, and this message is for all U.S. military service members, especially every general and admiral meeting with Pete Hegseth on Tuesday. I'm a 13-year U.S. Army veteran who served in Afghanistan and wrote war plans while stationed at U.S. Army Europe. This morning, Donald Trump directed Pete Hegseth to deploy the U.S. military to Portland, Oregon. This is the latest illegal attempt to normalize the use of the military in U.S. cities. He authorized the military to use, quote, full force. This is authoritarianism. This is fascism. The U.S. military is not a law enforcement force, and all federalized service members must abide by the Posse Comitatus Act. All members of the United States military must disobey illegal orders. I was just following orders is not a valid defense against war crimes. Grow a spine and stand up for your fellow Americans. Otherwise, you are complicit in this fascist takeover. We're running out of time. My name is Captain Dylan.
Hey, Captain, why the heck did you have to do so many jump cuts in there? I mean, isn't a part of being a captain and officer that you're supposed to be able to speak publicly and have good dictation and stuff? Like, you had to jump cut that a million times because you couldn't record it right? It wasn't even that long of a video.
Mm-hmm. It's like barely a minute. It's probably barely 30
we
seconds.
need to stop because he's a fascist dictator. Like,
Which,
good
what is
Lord.
fascism? That's what. Anytime someone says that, this is fascism. Like, what is fascism? Again, we talked about this on the show the other day. Fascism is government control of corporate entities, of private corporate entities. That's all it is. Like, I hate that it's turned into this colloquial term of just being bad.
Yeah. It's whatever I don't like. That's what fascism is. Again, this guy, not very bright, but he's definitely a pogue, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Making battle plans in Eurocon. Whatever. Yeah. I'm sure he enjoyed that deployment.
Yeah.
All right. Then we're going to get to just more of the funny stuff now. So we got this one right here. Again, we show this. Antifa. We call ourselves, that's basically what this guy was saying. We call ourselves the anti-bad guy squad. Oh, you don't like what we're doing? Then you must be a bad guy. No good guy would be opposed to the anti-bad guy squad.
Yeah, again, same. It's like what BLM is. It's like, oh, you don't like BLM? Well, you must be a racist.
Yeah.
I'm pro-abortion. If you're not pro-abortion, you're against women's rights. Mm-hmm. You know, like, they're great marketers. Great marketers. They're great marketers, people on the left.
This is that captain right now.
Yeah.
I called Trump a fascist on social media. OMG, I did too.
Yeah.
They're shaking each other's
Yeah. Yep. That's a good one.
I love it, man. But just get to it. It's just like, again, I can't even get over that too. It's like Trump won the Electoral College and the popular vote this time
Republican
around.
hadn't done that since Reagan.
Yeah. So what are we talking about here? Like, Trump is the undisputed winner and the commander-in-chief of the president of the United States.
He's undisputed winner after the safest and most secure election in history.
Yeah. According to Democrats, yeah. Now, this next one is absolutely hilarious. This is just a joke that somebody's telling his wife or his girlfriend or something. It is absolutely hilarious. I love it. Check this out. Oh, crap. I didn't hit the volume button first. Fool.
Rather than deport all of the illegals, what they should do is they should offer them a deal where if they hunt down 5 child predators, then they can get their papers, right? And then we call the program Alien versus Predator.
Good. That is good. That is good. But again, we actually went way longer than I anticipated us going again. But like, again, there's so much nuance to all this stuff, and I want to make sure that you guys are getting it. You know, I want to do it in a fun and digestible way. So, again, like the show, share it with your friends. If you like the way we put it, if you like the way we say it, and we're not perfect, like I said, we're still getting better every single day. And sometimes one of us will talk, and like I had a point, and then Chad started talking, and I just totally lost my train of thought.
Good, I'm glad.
I mean, to be sitting there, I need to have a notebook, like, oh, that's a really good idea. You know? But that's about all I've got for you today. This is the Twins with Owasso Live. This was the Morning Loop. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you too can stay in the loop. But that's all we've got for you today. God bless you.
See you later, everybody.
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, you know, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too. Look, guys,